3 years ago, I found myself stuck at a miserable 9-to-5 job, wondering if this is what the rest of my life was going to be like. During that time though, I discovered the world of gaming content creation, and I instantly knew I wanted to be a part of it. So I quickly began planning my escape from the corporate world. In August of 2020, I found myself in a position where I could take the leap of faith and could go full-time with content creation for a year. As of today, I can now proudly say that I'll be staying permanently as a full-time content creator. But since I began this journey, I always wanted to be taken seriously as a high-skilled gamer. And now, it's time to go out and prove it. Over the next 6 months, I'll be documenting my life as I push myself harder than I ever have before as a gamer and content creator to reach Master rank in Apex Legends. Welcome to the road to Masters. Okay, I can't believe I am actually doing this, but welcome to Series 4. I'm excited, I'm nervous, and I'll explain all of this of what this series means in just a second, but do any of you guys ever just get really distracted by something that is not a pressing issue, but you notice it, so you gotta fix it right then and there? Well, that is essentially what just happened to me. I really should be working, on this series right now, but I've been having this really annoying issue lately where when I game at my desk, my left arm, which is the one that I use for my keyboard, has just been bothering me a lot. Like, it's been hurting while I've been gaming, and I was just getting this all set up, and I realized something of probably why it's been bothering me, and I think it's because this chair isn't up high enough relative to kind of where I sit on this desk, and so my arm's been at a weird angle. But the problem is that the arms on this chair have always gotten in the way of me raising up this chair high enough. So I went ahead and just decided to solve the problem, and I just took the arms straight off this chair. It's gonna take a minute to get used to. It feels really weird, but I did raise my chair up, and I actually feel like this is gonna be kind of nice, I think. One thing that I should probably go do right now, just to make sure that I didn't waste a whole half hour of my time when I should be working on something else, I should go waste even more time by hopping in the firing range of Apex, just to make sure that this was the right call, so let's go do that. Okay, that turned out really well. I am super happy that I took the arms off of my chair. My setup is definitely a lot better now, but let's move on to discussing what this upcoming series means for this YouTube channel. First and foremost, I want to let you guys know that this series is going to be all about documenting my journey over the next 6 months of me growing as an Apex player and content creator, so it's going to be a lot of raw vlogs. When I first really got into watching a lot of YouTube, I was religiously watching a handful of different vloggers, and it was mostly just them documenting their day-to-day lives of what they were chasing after in their life dreams. But seeing the raw day-to-day of what they did with all of their time really just was so entertaining and inspirational to watch that it just really hooked me right away. And fun fact, when I first started this channel, I tried to emulate that exact same thing by trying to vlog my day-to-day life, but honestly, I just wasn't a good enough content creator at the time to successfully pull it off. I wasn't very entertaining, I didn't know what I was doing, and it just kind of fell apart. Plus, for the last couple of years, I was drifting more and more away from making just raw vlogs because YouTube was my only source of reaching new audiences. But ever since I have been seeing some success over on TikTok, it has now been my main driving factor for reaching new audiences. And as a result of that, I now feel like this giant weight has been lifted off of my shoulders for this YouTube channel. So this means I can do what I've always wanted to do on this channel, which is to make those raw vlogs. So for this series, I'm going to be calling it The Road to Masters, because it's going to be about me documenting and vlogging my whole experience as I grow as a player to reach Masters in Apex Legends, and I'm going to be sharing everything both in-game and out-of-game IRL as we just go through the next 6 months. The reason why this journey is so important to me is because when this channel first started to see some success, it was because of my tutorial videos on cameras and doing some review stuff. And as a result, I think a lot of people started to think of me as more of like a help person and not really a streamer or a gamer. And honestly, that still really bothers me to this day. I'm a gamer. I started making content because I'm a gamer, and I want to be known as a gamer first, like all of the other streamers that I look up to. So not only am I proving it to the rest of the world, but also to myself that I am a damn good gamer, and we're going to prove it by reaching Masters in one of the hardest games to do it in, which is Apex Legends. Like I said, I'm going to be giving myself 6 months to get good enough to reach Masters in Apex Legends, and I'm going to be vlogging every step of the way through the good and the bad. Life is really freaking hard, and the internet makes it look easy. 99.9% of people that we see on the internet that are successful all struggled to get there, but they didn't really document that journey, so we kind of forget that it is hard to chase after your life dreams. So by me opening up and showing you this journey of my own, I really hope that you can have someone that you can follow along and we can all grow together. So, it is now Friday, and we are on our way over to my parents' house right now just to hang out. But one thing that I realized that I kind of forgot to talk about in our talk that we just had is the whole situation of me now staying permanently as a full-time content creator. So for those of you who were not really aware of what happened, in August of last year, I saved up enough money to be able to quit my job and go full-time with content creation for an entire year. But of course, as life always happens, it threw us a little bit of a curveball, and right when I decided that I wanted to quit and go full-time for a full year, we decided that Bronte's situation, that just with some craziness at her own work, we decided that she needed to quit her job. And we're like, you know what? Like, let's just see what happens. And so we both have not had jobs for the last, how many months is it? Since August?
Like 10, long time.
Anyways, but because I did have enough money saved up for a whole year without earning any income, we knew we could go at least a good chunk of months anyway. But because I was actually surprisingly earning a decent amount of money from content creation, we were able to extend it to basically, it's going to end up being basically a whole year with neither of us having a job. But before we get to that point of where we fully run out of money, we're like, we should probably figure the situation out. So I still am earning plenty of money from content creation, but it's not quite enough to cover our living expenses. And we decided, because I have a little more momentum going for my channel versus Bronte's, that she was kind enough to offer that she's going to go back and get a job, and with her income at that point and my income currently with content creation, I can fully stay as a content creator from here on out, and life should be good.
I also want to add that in our relationship, we are very sharing with our money. It's not like I'm the money winner, so I get to spend things my way, and it's never been, when he's been working and I'm not working, it's never been his money. We view everything as each other's pool of money, so there's no like hostility or anger or resentment or anything like that from me. Like, it's just, this is just a different phase of life right now.
Like, in everything that we do, we are truly, like, we think of everything as a team. So for example, out of college, she had a job right away, and I took my time trying to find a good, higher paying job. So for the first 6 months or so, she had a job and I didn't. And I remember feeling so embarrassed by that like I felt like a terrible person and that I was mooching off of her. But one day she sat me down and was like, no, Ryan, seriously, like, I know there will be plenty of times in our life in which you will be the one that's making the money and I'm not bringing in anything, and you're going to cover my expenses, and it will go back and forth. And so we've always been on the same page, in which sometimes one of us will be doing better than the other, and that's okay. Anyways, long rant, but yeah, I'm really, really excited for this next journey that I'm taking, and there's gonna be a lot of this kind of stuff right here. Like I said, lots of raw vlogs of us just kind of talking and bringing you along for everything. I'm really, really excited for the series.
Yay.
It's gonna be a good one. But seriously, thank you guys so much for watching and showing me so much support over this last year. It's just been absolutely incredible. You guys are awesome. But with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.